All right, what's up, CEOs? Look like we are live. Let me make some adjustments. Sound. All right, so if you're watching this, then you're probably watching a replay. So type replay so I get an idea of like when you're watching. And what's up? Welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays. I need like a catchy name. So if you think of a name, let me know. Because yeah, Wisdom Wednesdays sounds so, I don't know. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about Florida licensing requirements. And these are going to be the most up-to-date requirements. What's up, Kelvin? So yeah, let me know who's with me, who's watching, who's coming in. So let me introduce myself because I have a lot of new people in the group. I'm Shamel and I started the Auto Dealer Business School and this group so that small dealers could have resources to grow. Like there's all this stuff out there that's for dealers, but it's like, what do I need, right? And so that's why I started the Auto Dealer Business School, and that's why I do what I do, is to show you exactly what it takes to make six figures selling used cars. All right. So, and easily and quickly. So that's why I'm here. And so far we have in the Auto Dealer Business School about 150 members. I was the speaker for the 2021 NADA conference. Whoop, whoop. NADA stands for National Auto Dealer Association. Okay. And yeah, so we're also recently A+ BBB rated, and BBB is the Better Business Bureau. So like things are looking up. People are starting to recognize that this is needed and that this is important stuff for auto dealers. So let me get you to a place where you are an auto dealer in Florida if that's what you want to do. Now, I actually really appreciate Florida's process and website because they make it very easy and straightforward to get the information you need to get your license, okay? But why I am here is because you look at all these requirements and you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do first, second, third? Florida does give you like a 1 through 12 steps to get your license, but I don't agree with the placement of every step. And the reason is because when I first got licensed, I wasted money and wasted time because I didn't follow what I'm now calling the step-by-step process to get your dealer's license, okay? So like you can follow their step-by-step, but what I am here today to let you know is that that process might have you spending some extra money, all right? And this process, the whole point of it is so that you don't spend extra money and you don't waste any time, and that you get to business as soon as possible. All right, so in Florida, the first step is they have a pre-licensing program, a pre-licensing course, a pre-licensing seminar, right? And they have some approved people who are on the list to be able to give those lessons. In Florida, one thing I like is you can take it online, okay? It costs a little more money to take it online, but you can take it online. So I would say that that's your first step. Now, I actually would say go in person, and this is why. Because this pre-licensing seminar is like your first step into becoming an auto dealer. It's your first step into getting into like who all is in the game where you are, right? So when you go to this pre-licensing class, you're going to see people there who also want to get their license. Okay, that's an opportunity to network. Maybe you're looking for a partner or whatever. Or maybe you're just looking for someone to, just go through the process with in your state and you guys are at the same place, right? That's one benefit. The other I would say is that a lot of times these classes are given by auto dealers in the state, right? Or ex-auto dealers, and they got the inside on some of the things that you need to do to get approved, like where a location might be, for instance, okay? So that's some good information because afterwards you're gonna need a location. So I personally would say go and be in person and show your face and get to know the other faces. All right. So that's your first step. Your second step, in my opinion, is to get a bond quote. Just the quote, because you want to know how much this bond is going to cost you before you lock yourself into a lease for a place. This was a step that wasted time and money for me because when I first started, I did not have a high credit score. I didn't have terrible credit, but I did not have a high credit score. And the bond is based on credit. Okay, so if you're not familiar, a bond, in my opinion, is like an insurance policy for the public. It's to ensure that if you do anything shady, then the customer can recoup some damages. Okay, so I would say get a bond quote. Now, when you go to get the quote, they're going to ask you for an address. I would say use a location that you've been looking at or that you're interested in as the address, as a temporary address. They're also going to ask you when you want this bond to be effective. And I would say, since you are in the process of still getting everything together, I would say 30 to 45 days out. Okay. So get the bond quote. You can always change the address when you're ready to, what do they call it? But it's solidify the bond, pay for it. I forget what they call it, but whatever it is, it's like to make it official, right? So don't worry about the address because you can always change. Get the bond quote so you can see how much it's going to cost you. Then when the bond quote comes back and you're like, okay, that's in my budget, I can afford that. Then the next step is your location. Okay, it's time to get the location. All right. And so in Florida, you do need a location with a display space. Now, I didn't find any details about how many spaces you need to have. So I think that that's up to interpretation, but they also offer, and most states offer, the opportunity to get your space approved or preliminarily approved before you sign the lease, because that's important. Once you sign the lease, then it's up to the landlord to let you out of that lease if it does not qualify for your license. Okay, so you don't want to be put in that situation. So take advantage of their preliminary approval process of your location. All right. So yes, and once you get your location, of course, pretty much every location in every step needs every state needs to have the same thing, which is a locking file cabinet so that you can protect your customers' documents. Okay. Hey, Trayania, what's up, girl? You need a landline phone and internet. Okay. And a sign at the very least, right? And a desk and, office furniture and chairs for customers to sit, right? So you can't just like have the place and have the landline, have the lock and file cabinet and be like, I got an office. Like it has to be operational, meaning people can conduct business there. How you conduct business on a desk with chairs, right? So, yes, then it's time to do all that stuff. Get your office ready, get your internet, your landline. There's a debate about if voice over IP is acceptable. And I have talked to some people and they're like, oh, well, the board doesn't really check. My thought on that is they put in the requirements landline. Okay. So even if they're not checking now, what if they check later? Then what you gonna do? You just out there without a landline, and now you got to scramble to get a landline. So I don't like to play them games. Like if it says landline, and just get a landline. They're pretty much about the same cost. So just get a landline and satisfy that requirement. Okay. So what else for the location? So then after you get your location, then it's time to solidify that bond. So to pay for that bond, it's time to incorporate your business because now you have your name, location, name, address, right? It's time to get all the little requirements done. And you can get all of those done within a week after getting your location, okay? And it's like your background check, your sales tax number, And that's pretty much what the requirements are. I will have a full list in drama-free licensing, which I forgot to mention earlier, that you should sign up for drama-free licensing to take you through the step-by-step process to get your license in Florida, okay? Because in there, I will have like all the links and then also the step-by-step process, as well as, what else is in there? The links, the step-by-step process, some help on, I guess, some location hacks. Like, a lot of people are stressed out about finding locations, right? So I'll have some location hacks for you to find a location, and just some other helpful information so you can get through the process, a checklist, so that you can send it off, and a sample of what your application should look like completed, okay? So yeah, that's it. Any questions about getting licensed in Florida? I am forming that as a question because I don't actually think I have anyone on here right now who's from Florida. Okay, but if you're watching this later and you're in Florida and you have some questions, then put them in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you. And let's see what else. Sign up for drama-free licensing. I will put the link in the description. If you're already licensed in Florida and you're watching this for some reason, then I do offer strategy sessions for licensed dealers, okay? I am starting to only offer them for licensed dealers because I'm getting more requests for them and my time is limited. So I'm trying to help the people who need it most. And the ones who have a license have ongoing expenses, and they really need to solve the problem of getting their business up and going and profitable and making six figures. So that's what I can help you with in the strategy session, giving you a plan to get six figures in car sales, okay? So that is all I have for the Florida requirements. I'm just trying to make sure I mentioned everything. I think so. If there's anything I missed, then I'll definitely put it in the description. But good luck to you. Florida, you know, is a great place to sell cars because lots of land, and there's no like real public transportation, you know, in many of the big cities. So like really good opportunity for auto dealers there. All right. So you can definitely prosper. All right. So be blessed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.